Up next, an elaborate fancy dress party where everyone's sure to get high.
My name's Sean Devlin. In my real life, I work for a software company, and in my spare time, I'm a wingsuit pilot and base jumper.
Paris, California is a mecca for skydivers. And Sean devised one stunt that was the talk of the town.
This one absolutely took the cake in terms of production required and safety considerations. This was definitely the biggest one that we've done to date.
The stunt in question is a supersized slip and slide skydiving extravaganza. 3,000 meters in the air.
This stunt was, from top to bottom, ridiculous. So we had a slip and slide coming out of the back of a Skyvan, and everybody could just go sliding out of the back on boogie boards on top of friends in wingsuits in a huge train of people locking arms. And they would all get out of the plane, they'd have their skydive. And then in the landing area, we had 2 other slip and slides set up that you could land your canopy on. We wanted it to be this really fun, really lighthearted, ridiculous skydiving kind of just party.
The skydiving community went wild for the idea, and what started out being a group of 30 people grew into 120.
Some people said, okay, we're gonna be Baywatch themed, and that's gonna be our plane. And then another plane was, okay, we're gonna be neon, and we're just all neon everything.
But how can a slip and slide work 3,000 meters in the air? Help us out here, Russell.
When you use a slip and slide in your back garden, you've got loads of space to run up, to jump on it and fire you along it. But they haven't got that run-up space, so they're going to have to try and get the aeroplane to move along at an angle. Gravity can help them fire out the back of the air. The thing is, water is actually really, really heavy substance. So logistically, trying to get large quantities of it up in the air, it's going to take a lot of space, it's going to use up loads of fuel. So they're going to have to try and get pretty creative if they want to get slippy to get them off the end of that slide.
Sean needed a way to lubricate his fellow thrill seekers, so he thought, what better than lube itself?
Like, that's meant to be near sensitive things, and it's really slippery. But it's really expensive if you want to buy it in the quantities that we were gonna need, which was 25 to 30 gallons of it. So that didn't end up working out. And one of our friends said, well, what about the lubricant that farmers use when they need to get a cow pregnant and they are not a cow?
Oh, you mean... Oh.
So we found jugs of bovine inseminating lubricant, and when you put it on a surface and mixed it with the smallest amount of water, it was the slipperiest thing on the planet.
With the plane, the lube, and the daredevils at the ready, it was party time.
I was the plane captain of the first load to go up, and I was just thinking, did I miss a check that is going to kill one of my friends? Meanwhile, on the way up, everybody else was ecstatic. Everybody was cheering and high-fiving. It was just euphoric. And so, as I'm having a panic attack, everybody else is having a blast. As we get the green light from the pilot, everybody's sitting down, they're locked onto each other, they're all ready to go. The pilot pulls the plane up, starts to tilt up, and I'm just standing there waiting, and all of them broke loose immediately and went rocketing out of the back of the plane. The only thing you could hear was laughter. People were executing the jump safely, and at that point, that's when I was just overcome with joy. Like, it was so rad.
Well, there's no better feeling than knowing you've hosted a legendary party.
Like, this is a thing that from here on into the future, people will be able to look back on and say, wait, do you remember hearing about that slip and slide event in Paris? So I'm super proud of that. Like, that to me is a thing that's awesome. Like, I think that's a part of skydiving history.
I totally want an invite to his next blowout.